Good morning. Welcome to your yoga practice today. It's Tuesday and we're going to start focusing on twists on Tuesday because it's fun to say and it makes sure that we're getting those nice ringing emotions into our practice. Now, sometimes yoga teachers will say that twists are detoxifying, and that's just kind of a creative way of looking at it because really everything we do, including respiration, is detoxifying. But I think the idea behind it is that we're compressing the internal organs here in our core when we twist. And just like when you're receiving a therapeutic massage, that pressure or compression, once released, there's this influx of freshly oxygenated blood into the tissues. And then that carries away metabolic waste. So that's I think what they're saying when we sometimes hear teachers say detoxifying twist. Everything's detoxifying. It's what our bodies do. So we're here to support that natural process. Off the soapbox box onto the yoga mat, find a comfortable seat. And as you arrive, lengthen your spine. You might notice as you rise up through your crown, you anchor down through your seat. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. So root down, rise up. Let the muscles in the neck and shoulder especially relax. You might do some shoulder rolls to help get you there, drawing the shoulders up to your ears, rolling them back and down, maybe taking them forward, maybe getting a little playful with it, one at a time. And then arrive in stillness. Shoulders stacked over hips, so we might lean back in space ever so slightly to achieve that. You might notice your core muscles already getting engaged. Lower your gaze, looking down your cheeks or closing your eyes. Hands together in heart center, taking a few reverent breaths here. I do like to chant Om at the beginning and end. I know as many of you know, we've been doing this since January. You're welcome to chant and create vibration with me or to simply enjoy the sound vibrating through space. So big inhale for one long Om. Release your hands out to the side, fingertips reaching away from you, palms flip forward, so a little external rotation of the arms. Inhale to really reach the top of your head to the sky. Exhale, drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Notice your left fingertips still on the mat, shoulder still rolling back and down. You might open and close your jaw here. And as you're ready, roll your head forward, slowly bringing your left ear to your left shoulder. Right fingertips stay touched down, shoulder rolling back and down. And then you're welcome to roll your head forward and side to side a few times at your own pace. If it doesn't feel good to roll the head forward like that, then you can return through neutral and just tip side to side. You might notice the little tug of the muscles all the way down the arm into the fingers. Return your head to neutral. Inhale, really reach up. Hands come together at the top. As you exhale, twist to your right. Lower your hands down, left hand coming to right thigh. Right hand coming right back behind you. On an inhale, right away, return through center, arms up. Exhale, hands down to the other side. And move with your breath. Inhale through center. Exhale, twist. Inhale through center and reach. Exhale, twist. Every time you inhale and reach, imagine lengthening your spine. And as you exhale, twist from that place of length. Breathing and moving. Vinyasa is literally the linking of movement to breath. So here's our little mini vinyasa flow. A few more times to each side. And on your next exhale, let's pause, whichever side you landed on. Check in with both hips. Sitting bones are still connected to the mat. Our spine is still centered over the middle of the pelvic bowl. So you might find yourself leaning forwards or leaning way back. Center yourself, crown of head over middle of hips. Maybe you deepen the twist, looking over your back shoulder. Your back fingertips, you can pivot so that the palm faces out, giving us again that external rotation in the shoulder. And as you come to an inhale, hands together, reaching up. Exhale, twist over to the other side. Again, settling in for several breaths here. Beautiful. Still lifting up through the crown of your head, gentle engagement of your abdominal muscles to support your lengthened spine. On an inhale, pass back through center, arms reach up, tip back on your hips, and switch the cross of your legs. Inhale for length. Exhale your right hand down, left arm reaches up and over, lateral spinal flexion. Relax your shoulders away from your ears and spiral, lift your heart to the sky. You can push the ground away to exaggerate the C-shaped curve and breathe. If it's too strenuous on your neck to look up, simply look down or anywhere that works for you. On an inhale, come up through center and reach. Exhale, fold over to the other side. Still thinking of lifting the heart to the sky. Anchoring down through your hip while we round the spine. Another cycle of breath here. Inhale to reach up. And exhale, drop your fingertips to the ground and walk them forward, taking a forward fold. You have the option of keeping your back straight here or rounding your spine down. Breathe as you seek ways to let go. So maybe you can relax your jaw here. Maybe you sway a little side to side. We cannot change what we are not aware of. And asana, yoga posture practice, provides the perfect platform for self-discovery. Keza Kapanen. We cannot change what we are not aware of. On an inhale, rise back up, arms reach, tip back on your hips. Once again, switch the cross of your legs and fold forward on the other side. Enjoy another full breath cycle here. And as you inhale, rise back up, sit tall, and then make your way into tabletop position. If you want extra support under your knees, you can use your blanket. And I always like to have blocks nearby. If you have a block handy, you might try squeezing it between your thighs. This will help to support and stabilize your hips. In tabletop, hands right under shoulders, knees under hips. Begin breathing through cow and cat. Inhales, tilt the pelvis, dropping the belly, drawing the heart forward, opening up the throat. And exhales, we push the ground away. Navel comes to spine, arching the back, like Toby often demonstrates for us. So breathe and move at your own pace. You might think about expanding the exhale, extending it a little longer than the inhale. Notice that the elbows are pointing back towards the thighs and that we're anchored through the index finger side of the hands. Return to neutral tabletop. Walk your left hand into the center of the mat. Inhale your right hand up to the sky. Exhale, thread the needle, dropping the right shoulder towards the mat. You can stay here or you can flow. Inhale, reaching the right hand to the sky. And exhale, down and through. 3 to 5 breaths at your own pace. And whether you're finding stillness or moving with your breath, look to expand the breath. Inhaling deeply, creating space through the whole body, especially through the torso. Hi, Toby. And as you finish the cycle of breath you're on, the next exhale returns right hand to the center of the mat. Inhale the left hand to the sky. Exhale, thread the needle. Maybe you settle in for stillness there, or maybe you flow for the next 3 to 5 breaths. And finishing the cycle that you're on. As you exhale, set your left hand down. Walk both hands forward, Uttanasana, heart-melting pose. I'm literally doing just that, melting your heart down. Maybe your chin, maybe your forehead rests on the mat. You can walk your arms out wider if need be. Gentle engagement of your abdominal muscles supporting your back as we extend the spine. And on an inhale, walk your hands back under your shoulders. Tuck your toes, even with the block there. Inhale. And exhale, lift your knees off the mat. Find plank pose. Make any adjustments you need to. Core engaged, tailbone anchored down, or you can think of drawing the front hip points up to your heart. Press back through your heels. Looking down or a couple of inches in front of you so the back of the neck is long. Elbow points are pointing back towards our thighs again. Push the ground away. One more breath here. And exhale, drop your knees. Remove the block if it's there. Send your hips back. Find child's pose. If you'd like to give your shoulders a break, just bend your elbows, rest your head on your hands. Check in. It's amazing what just a few breaths in plank can do for our heart rate. Full cycle of breath. From child's pose, tuck your toes. Re-extend your arms if you bent them. Plant your hands pressing into the mat. Your arms lift up. Inhale, and as you exhale, send your hips high. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Keep in mind that this posture is about creating length in the spine, not straightening the legs. So you can work your legs towards more straight, but most of us probably need a little bend in the knees to allow us to keep our spine long. Core engaged, so navel towards spine. Head hangs heavy, looking back towards your thighs. Walk your hands back a couple of, maybe about a foot, so shortening your dog, most certainly a little bend in the knees here. With your right hand, reach for the left outer leg. You might land on the ankle. Maybe you can slide your right fingertips under your left heel. Engage your abdominal muscles and start to twist over to the left, looking under your left bicep. Keep the left arm long. Draw the left hip up to the sky. Release your right hand back to your short downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, left hand to the outer right foot or ankle. And then twisting, looking under your right arm, which stays straight. You can imagine drawing that right hip back in space, still really long through the torso. Another inhale. Exhale, unwind. Walk your hands back to meet your feet. Hang heavy in Uttanasana, forward fold. Shake and nod your head, releasing tension. On an inhale, root down through your feet while you rise all the way up. Long spine is the safest way to get there. Arms reach out and up. Exhale, fold all the way back down. Bend in the knees, walk your hands forward. Find a full downward facing dog. Nice long dog. Inhale and exhale. Inhale forward into plank. Push the ground away. All right, you can stay here. You can lower your knees if need be, or draw your left knee towards the left tricep. Breathing, set the left foot back down. Right knee to right tricep. Breathe here. Set the right foot down. Left knee to right elbow. Set the left foot down, still breathing. Right knee to left elbow. And setting the right foot back down. Lift the hips, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward, engage your abdominal muscles, and walk your feet to the front of the mat. Uttanasana, forward fold. If your blocks are there, put one block between your upper thighs. Right block in front of the right foot. Little bend into the right knee. Inhale the left hand to the sky. Breathing in this twist. Notice how the left hip area feels. Another inhale for length. Exhale, untwist. Move that left block to the left foot. Left hand comes down to the block. Little bend in the left knee. Inhale, right hand to the sky. Breathing here. Still thinking of lengthening your spine. So imagine the top of your crown reaching out away from your hips. Inhale and exhale. Release the twist. Release the block from your thighs. On your next inhale, root down to rise all the way up. Arms out and up. Exhale, hands down by your sides. Pause for a moment in Tadasana, mountain pose. Check in, noticing how you're feeling, what your energy level's like today, how the body feels. Notice your heart rate if you can. How amazing it is that it beats there for us. Notice your breath. These two are our constant companions. Inhale, reaching your arms out and up. Exhale, fold forward, supported spine, core engaged all the way down. Inhale, lift up halfway, long spine. Exhale, fold forward, hands touch down, right foot slowly moves back in space. Drop your right knee for the first round. You can keep the right toes tucked. Inhale, lift your arms, lift your torso and reach. Next, inhale, reach even higher. Left arm stays high. Exhale, your right hand down to the mat or to the block. Twisting open to your left. Maybe you reach the right knee off the mat. And breathe here. Our left knee is still stacked over the left ankle, so maybe you need to hug that left thigh in a little. You might imagine sending the left hip back in space slightly, noticing how that lifts the pelvic floor. One more big breath here. Exhale, untwist, set your left hand down, step yourself back into plank pose, inhaling and exhaling in plank. Drop your knees, inhale, exhale, lower chest and chin. On an inhale, inch your heart forward, coming into baby cobra. Exhale, unwind, forehead to mat, tuck your toes. Inhale here. As you exhale, push up through plank, send the hips high, downward facing dog. On an inhale, send your right heel to the sky, three-legged dog. Look forward, engage your abdominal muscles. Exhale, step or swing the right foot to the top of the mat, whatever it takes to get there. Drop your left knee. The right knee stays right over the right ankle. Inhale, arms and torso lift. Imagine lengthening from the base of your spine to the top of your fingertips. Kristen's cat is really trying to get involved in yoga. Keep reaching. And now the right hand stays to the sky, the left hand lowers down to mat or block. And we twist open to the right side, maybe lifting the left knee off of the mat as we go. Imagine drawing your right hip back in space slightly. One more big inhale here. Exhale, untwist. Both fingertips on the ground. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, giant step forward into Uttanasana. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms out and up. Exhale, hinge forward. Hands touch down, left foot steps back, setting up for high lunge. On an inhale, rise up, Anjaneyasana. Both hips are pointing forward. Lots of energy going into your back leg as we work to straighten it, extending, big front hip flexor stretch. You can stay here or twist with me. Inhale to reach. Exhale, twist open to your right. Settling in here, you have the option of keeping your hands and arms centered over the mat, or maybe explore letting your arms truly reach out of your shoulder sockets. Might not feel as pretty. We look a little more like a starfish, which is actually pretty gorgeous. So reaching long and maybe wide. On an inhale, return to neutral, reach up. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Step yourself back into plank. You can lower your knees as you did last time, or maybe explore full chaturanga with me. Inhale, push the ground away. Exhale, stay here. Make sure your elbows are pointing back towards your thighs. Super important here, so you might have to rotate on your hands. All right, inhale forward on your tippy toes. Exhale, bend the arms, hover halfway. Elbows are hugging your side body. Untuck your toes. Inhale, lift your heart while you lengthen your arms. Upward facing dog. Exhale, roll over the toes, find downward facing dog. Enjoy a breath or two here. Remembering a little bend in the knees is always invited. Inhale your left heel to the sky, three-legged dog. Look forward. Exhale, step or swing that left foot to the top of the mat. Stay high on the right toes. Inhale, lift the torso, lift the arms. Crescent lunge. Lots of energy going into that back leg. We're stretching the front hip flexor. Engagement of the core, squeezing the spine long. Inhale for length. Exhale, twist to your left. Open your arms out wide. And this is where, again, you can keep your hands centered on the mat. Or I remember when a teacher had me open my arms out so the arms were truly coming out of the shoulder socket. And holy wow, it's a whole different stretch. One more breath or two wherever you are. On an inhale, return to neutral, reach. Exhale, step forward, Tadasana, mountain pose. Breathe here. We'll make our way onto our seat. Please do sit on a blanket if you have it available. Extend both legs long. Move through this quickly. All right, so both legs long. Bend your right knee, planting the right foot either directly in front of the right hip, or maybe you can cross it over the left leg. The left leg stays long and active, just like it's standing in mountain pose. And the right foot, big toe mound, presses down into the mat. Hug the right leg into the chest. Lengthen your spine. Left arm's looped around the right leg. Inhale the right arm up to the sky. And exhale, twist, open to your right. About 3 breaths here. Still active through the extended leg. Pressing down through the big toe of the right foot. Anchored through the hips. Expansive through the spine. Lifted through the crown. Inhale, unwinding, extending your right leg long. Left knee bends, planting the left foot in front of the left hip or crossing it over your extended right leg. Anchor into the big toe side, hug the left thigh in. Inhale your left arm up to the sky. Exhale, twist to your left. Breathe. One more cycle of breath here. On an inhale, unwind, extend your legs long, scoot off that blanket. Maybe you place it under your knees and make your way down for our brief Shavasana. As you arrive, trust that this time is valuable. It's time for our body and our nervous system to assimilate all that we've practiced. Allow yourself time to do this monotask. We cannot change what we are not aware of. Asana practice provides us the perfect platform for self-discovery. Deepen your breath. Apologize for that abrupt bell. Invite movement back into your body, maybe reaching your arms up overhead, full body stretch. Make your way back to a comfortable seated posture. Hands together at your heart. Let's rub our hands together, creating a little friction and warmth. And hands come to stillness. Maybe you can notice some tingling or sensation of all these little nadis, energy centers on our hands. Closing with one long Om. Inhale deeply. Thank you for sharing your practice. I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful day.